Welcome to Season 4 of Song Revolution, where you're going to find great information, interviews, and inspiration to fulfill your passionate calling to write great songs. Hey everybody, John back with you. I am so excited about this brand new year. I don't know about you, but I feel fresh, exciting, and free in the new year. Okay, maybe not every day, but today I'm feeling it, feeling punchy and feeling good today to be here on the show with you. One of the things that I really want you to take advantage of is we have just released our 2026 complete NCS songwriting guide, nearly 80 pages of insights and principles that we think are going to really be key for you to level up, ramp up, just amp up everything that you're doing with your songwriting and your artistry, because we are here to help you. Nashville Christian Songwriters exist to empower you as a Christian songwriter and artist, communicator of the gospel. We're moving into our 11th year. It's so exciting. We have a beautiful studio here, a beautiful podcast studio, as well as an audio recording studio with every accoutrement that you could even imagine. It's right there for you. So check it out. Check out everything over at NashvilleChristianSongwriters.com. Look in the show notes for the complete NCS songwriting guide. I think you're going to be blown away, and it's going to be very exciting. I love doing the show. If you follow us at all, you know that one of my favorite things to do in the world is make new friends. I could never have enough friends. And so today I want to introduce you to a brand new friend of mine whose music I have just been thoroughly enjoying, because I like to research my guests and try to figure out a little bit about them before they get on the show. And my guest today is self-described as an easy listening soul artist that just wants to make everyone dance.
Wow.
I love it. So he is from outside the Chicagoland area, and he is a Nashvilleian now, living over in East Nashville, where all the hipsters live.
So hip.
Would you please welcome Jackson Dreyer?
Oh,
hey,
thank
Jackson.
you very much. The applause is a little deafening, but yeah.
Can you hear it?
I mean, it's like an accoutrement of positivity.
It is a total accoutrement. They're throwing babies, they're throwing cars, they're throwing money. It's exciting. So
let me know when the money gets thrown my way.
They love you already, bro. Well, let's kick off the show today. How does it feel to be you today?
Today, I went on a run before this, so I feel bathed and like I got a good workout in today. So I didn't want to come in all sweaty, but I cut it a little close. I could fit in a quick 5K, and now we're here.
Wow.
So boom.
A quick 5K.
Quick 5K.
Are you
I know.
kidding me?
I had to throw that in there just to establish dominance. I'm kidding. No, I got into running this past year, and
Okay.
I love it. And it's kind of like that thing, they say vegans only talk about that they're vegan. I think it's the same for runners. So now it's my favorite thing, and I've watched my life change and other people's lives change. So, there you go. I'll just throw out, yeah, I'm a runner, and other people will be runners. They'll be curious about it. But here we are.
All right. Well,
Is this not a running podcast?
No.
Crap.
I'm sorry. That's down the street. That's down the street.
That's NCR, Nashville Christian Runners.
That's it.
I'm so sorry.
I know the people over there. I'll call them and tell them that you got misplaced.
We could just run over there real
quick.
quick.
Run over.
If you want.
Good run over there real quick. Okay, all right. Here's a little Chiz trivia.
Ooh.
I was a runner as well.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
And I even subscribed to Runner magazine.
Wow.
I was hardcore back in my time.
Sounds like
back in my day, young man.
Absolutely.
I would run 2 miles a day. Actually, I never got up to miles. I could. Yeah.
Your speed.
It was like I trucked along. I mean, but. I could do maybe 4 or 5 miles, and I was done. I did 8 miles like 2 different times, and when I got out of the hospital, I
It's a slog.
how much do you run? Like literally 5K?
Well, I the longest I did was a recent event where it was on the shortest day of the year, on the winter solstice, and it was called Shortest Day of the Year, Longest Run of Your Life. and I went 15.1, which was really good for me. The longest I'd done previously was a half marathon, but I don't think my body's built for distance. But I ran a good half marathon. I think that's kind of where I'm going to cap it. But I'll do 5, 8, 10 with friends. That's the thing. If I run alone, I'll go insane. So I do a lot of running with friends or the Nashville running community. And you get song ideas if you don't, if I don't listen to a podcast and just cram my brain full of too much information, I'll turn stuff off and I'll actually think for once, and I go, oh, yeah, I have feelings again and stuff like that.
I remember the euphoria. I really do. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's because I was drinking before the run.
There you go. We do beer runs every now and again.
I was not. I didn't drink and run, folks. I only drink and drive. Oh, I didn't say that out loud.
We're just really loose today, all right?
We're a little bit. It's the accoutrement in the air.
And that very good coffee.
It's kind of flowing through. Well, Let's talk a little bit about Chicago. I mean,
let's talk it.
I almost moved to Chicago years ago. I was interim worship pastor at a church out in the burbs.
Okay. Which burb?
It was in Naperville.
Not too far from where I grew up.
Okay. What burb were you in?
Vernon Hills.
Okay.
Yeah, northwest suburbs.
Okay. Yeah. It's a vibe, isn't it?
It's great.
It's its own thing. But Nashville is becoming a lot like Chicago. Do you think? The traffic?
Oh, traffic. Well, here's the thing. If you're in East Nashville, you really don't encounter traffic.
No, you
don't.
No,
you don't.
Kidding me? You can't get over the.
No, that's the thing. Once you're in it, you're good. It's easy to pop down to downtown, and also I think being a musician and a songwriter, I'm probably not driving when a lot of people are driving.
Yeah,
so that's kind of a bonus.
That's what it is.
But East Nashville's it's kind of insulated from the rest of downtown and the rest of the surrounding areas. But Chicago is such an architecture town, and that's one of my big passions in life.
Is.
And so, I'm waiting for Nashville to catch up a little bit with architecture. But there's some good buildings.
Yeah.
I actually have one Nashville building tattooed right now, but I have.
Really?
I can't
Which
show you right now.
one?
I'd have to derobe. But
you could get some scissors.
I have the Sears Tower, Chrysler Building, Flatiron, and
kidding.
Well, once we talk about people loving Nashville later on, I could tell you about that tattoo. But
that's so awesome.
Yeah, slowly I'm getting more buildings and.
Wow.
Yeah,
the Nashville. You're building the Nashville skyline.
Yeah, I call it my fantasy skyline. So Nashville only has one building beautiful enough in my mind thus far to get tattooed. And it's really old, so go figure.
We'll have to take that up with the city council or
I know.
something. I don't know.
I got a lot of thoughts for them.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of Chicago and the skyline, that boat tour, the architectural tour on the river, that's fun. That's really great. Yep. That's beautiful. And we were so cold that particular day, but the history is like so amazing, Oprah lives in one of those buildings.
Does she?
She has a penthouse.
Yeah. I gotta text her about it.
Yeah, would you do that?
Yeah, I'll say John wants to hang out. And, we got like coffee next week, so
okay.
You could hop on over.
Yeah,
we'll run over there.
Wish she was still doing her show. I want to give away cars.
Yeah.
And
what do you give away on this show?
You get a car.
Is there something under my seat right now?
Well, actually, we can only afford to give away helicopters on this show.
Okay, all right. I can't wait to crash it.
Well, okay, so you came here when to chase the music dream?
I came here in 2014, and I went to Belmont University, and crazy story how I actually ended up finding Belmont is, have you heard of Camp Electric? I imagine
Absolutely,
you have. Yeah. So I went to that after my freshman year of high school, and I need to figure out who he is so I can reach out to him. But one of the guys was a touring guitarist, and he said, I went to Belmont University, commercial guitar degree, and I studied music business as well. And I had a little green notebook, and I wrote exactly that, and that's exactly what I did. A couple years later, went to Belmont, studied guitar, songwriting, arranging, which was the best thing. I was in an a cappella group, which expanded my ears for harmony, and actually made me a decent singer. And then from there, boom, I stayed in Nashville, and I've been here for almost 12 years now.
Wow. You making it? Is it just hard, or are you the starving artist? Or
well,
how's
I had
it
a
going
chicken pot pie right before this.
Okay,
So that was
ramen,
great.
Ramen and chicken pot pie.
Oh yeah. But I have a interesting thing that kind of keeps me afloat. I think financially and emotionally is that because I was a musician first, and then also doing my songwriting and have really worked at my vocals, I'm able to write songs, work on my artistry, release stuff, but then I also tour as a sideman, and I do vocal sessions, and then I front a couple corporate bands. So I do a yacht rock band.
Oh, cool.
Nashville Yacht Club Band, which is very fun. So I already have the mustache, but I play all the saxophone solos and put on fun outfits, and
okay,
it's a
so
great time.
I saw that in one of your videos,
Okay.
and I meant to introduce you as a multi-instrumentalist because I know
There
you
you
play
go.
guitar.
Yeah.
I've seen you toss a guitar
Okay. Yep.
in one of your videos.
Come on
you
now.
taught that was
I was
very
a
cool.
quarterback, so I just like throwing things.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Might-
So that was pretty cool. It was a pretty
Yeah.
crafty little video, and you didn't want to be by yourself in the video, you said, so you had a lot of people singing along with you. That was pretty
Absolutely.
cool, the vertical video. Great videos. I love your music, and your voice is stellar. You've got such a pure falsetto, and you're
Thank
doing
you.
that kind of reminiscent of the artist formerly known as Prince.
I love it.
Literally,
He's
you've got
terrific.
such a
Yeah.
pure falsetto.
I love singing him.
Did you have that before you did the Belmont thing?
Well, it's funny how I got started singing because I was terrified to sing in front of other people, and especially my parents. So I did not sing at the house. If I was singing, it was either alone. But actually, when I was mowing my lawn, that's when I would put in my Skull Candy headphones and sing because I thought no one could hear me. They probably could though, because I was kind of belting it when I was mowing the lawn. But I remember probably a song that I always remember where I am in my lawn. I was singing "I Run to You" by Lady Annabelle, and just Charles Kelly was a big vocal influence. But once it got to high school, I started realizing I started playing guitar because I wanted to be Carlos Santana, and he didn't sing.
Of course.
So I was like,
no,
he doesn't
not at all.
sing, and I'm a guitarist, so I
Yeah.
could just do that. And then I was like, shoot, if I want to be a front man, I think I need to sing. And then I realized if I want to be a front man singing, I need to write songs. So there was a progression that happened over the years, and in high school I was listening to a bunch of James Taylor, a bunch of Justin Timberlake, and that's where the falsetto came in.
Gotcha.
Because, I don't have a natural, like, Chris Stapleton-esque tone where it's like, ooh, I'd listen to that guy read the phone book. So I think naturally I was like, what can I do that other people can't? And that was I developed a really strong mix, really strong falsetto, and sang around the house and at work all the time doing riffs. And I couldn't do any runs for the life of me. It just sounded like a slide whistle. And then eventually, like, I just did it enough and practiced without even knowing I was practicing, and I started to be able to do vocal runs, and that's really where I naturally gravitate towards, because I was originally a baritone, and I just started
Really?
singing. Yeah, kind of like, have you ever heard Michael Jackson's actual voice?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
kind of like, what's up, Michael Jackson? So I think, he just talks in that soft palette, and I think naturally over time, my voice just kind of got higher. I kind of talk light, I sing light, but then doing the yacht rock stuff has brought out a new belting skill within me in the last 5 years.
What's
So
your
I
favorite
can-
song
I
on the
can
yacht
belt
rock?
for 3 hours straight.
Wow.
Favorite yacht rock song?
Yeah.
Well, man, Kenny Loggins is always so fun to sing. Heart to Heart. We do Danger Zone every now and again.
Of course.
But Michael McDonald, I'll do a little bit of the voice, every now and again. But I do with my own band, I do a fun mashup if I keep forgetting into Ain't Nobody, because they just flow. So that's a fun one. But yeah, so many songs I love.
So you're gigging. You were talking about you're very excited about being on Spirit Airline here soon.
The best
so
airline. Sponsor me,
they're
Spirit.
the best. They're
I
the
know you're
best.
watching.
Yeah.
Yep, they're big fans of NCS, by the way.
It's the champagne. You get
Yeah.
champagne, and you get a whole Cornish hen.
Yes, you do.
When you're, and that's in coach.
Yeah,
So it's Spirit, man. I mean,
mid-air accoutrement.
anything with wings.
There we go.
Anything with wings. So that's the Spirit.
That's the Spirit. That should be the new tagline.
That's the
Come
Spirit.
on, that's the Spirit.
Hey everybody, we'll get right back to the episode in just a second, but if you're a songwriter who wants to grow in their craft, finally finish those songs that have been stuck in your journal for years, and connect and collaborate with Christian songwriters from around the globe, NCS Community is the place to start. We meet every week to offer accountability, training, resources, masterclasses, feedback, and song critiques on things that you're working on. And it's just a great place to connect with other Christian songwriters and encourage each other on the journey of becoming a great songwriter. NCS's mission has always been to empower Christian songwriters worldwide, and we'd love to see you there. So check it out, NashvilleChristianSongwriters.com/community. You can find all the details there right on our website, and we'd love to see you inside NCS community. Check it out.
You know, for all practical intents and purposes, you're living the life that so many people watching the show would really want to live. I mean, you're 12 years in, you did the Belmont thing, now you're doing the Yacht Rock Kenny Loggins thing, which is kind of fun. You know, you okay in your video.
It took me a while to accept that it's cool and fun. You know,
you look like you're having a blast,
so
actually playing the saxophone and doing the dance and stuff. But I mean, what are the realities for someone that comes to Nashville, cold and young and hungry but with full of dreams? What's the reality for you?
Yeah, I think the reality is it's not going to look like what you thought it would. And that's awesome. It is really cool, and I'm really trying to live with a lot of gratitude for what life looks like and the surprises it's had. I'm not making my living off of my artistry right now. That is forever going to be the goal, unless I feel like that ship has sailed or I'm called to not do that. But that's still my passion. That's still what keeps me going. Is I feel like I have something to say and all that. But in the meantime, while I'm building that, while I'm figuring out how to present that with the new record and stuff like that, I go, okay, I'm a professional. I get hired to sing, and how cool is that? And it is a wild thing. I think my brothers helped me out with that. Is if I'm ever kind of down in the dumps, they go, dude, you get paid to sing, or you get to write songs and make records, and I'm like, yeah. That is very, very cool. And the thing is anywhere along the journey, like if people are moving to Nashville to pursue music and they're just arriving, they've already done something super cool that so many people don't do, is taking that chance. Or if they're sitting in their house in Missouri working a 9-to-5, but they write songs at night, that is awesome.
That's cool.
And that's what you're doing. That's what Tom Douglas had to do before he moved back to Nashville. He was an insurance salesman and he was just writing songs after work. I believe that's the story. But, like if you're taking any step, boom, you're on your way.
Love that.
And I think it's really cool. So like, because music, we've in a way having everything be commoditized. Did I just say that weird?
Easy for you to say.
Listen, we said accoutrement, and that was the best I could do today. That'll be tomorrow's word, and I'll figure out how to say it by then. But I think that with everybody having to have their thing and like master it and all that, I think we've lost the communal aspect of music so much. The only place you sing is in church or at a concert, and it's like, what if you do it around your house? Even if you're not a professional musician, like enjoy it, partake in the joy of creation and emotional expression. And I feel like we miss that. So like, certainly what we're doing, being here in Nashville and working on music all the time, it is absolutely a dream, and like feels like I hit the lottery in a lot of ways. But also like you don't need to hit the lottery to enjoy the craft of songwriting and just even attempting it, like writing a stupid song for your dog, like I do every day. Like that is so fun. And it's a special thing to access that creativity, even if it's not what you're doing.
I really, really love that perspective because in the early years of NCS, I think I was taking it all really super seriously. And, we've got great programs here, artist development programs and one-on-one and group online, and we have our NCS community. But I think I wasn't much fun in the beginning because I was taking it like seriously, and I think I frustrated people because I've been a professional writer for decades and have had a lot of success, and I think that it felt so serious. I wanted people to really learn it. It's kind of like when you get Jesus in your heart for the first time, and you just want people to get it, and you become obnoxious, I think I was kind of like that. And a few years ago, I think I'd frustrated some people, and I frustrated some people, and it's like, okay, wait a minute, just back off a little bit, and where's the fun? And I remember years ago, this is another Chiz trivia. Okay. Fact, not only was I a runner at some point in my life, I actually was in the marching band. Were you really? Okay, it was trombone, baritone for me, lower brass,
Heck yeah.
And so the band director was pretty much a drill sergeant, and I didn't understand that he just wanted to win, right? And he just really bummed me out. And he wanted us in our seats at 7:20 every morning, warmed up and ready to go. Well, that was just too hard for me, and I was late every day, and I finally got kicked out of the band, which I've finally forgiven him for. But the crazy thing is...
Just last week.
But the crazy thing is I lived right across the street from the school.
Oh, so you're listening to marching band practice.
I could roll out of bed and walk across the street and be there, but you know what? My dad, bless his heart, may he rest, he just sat me down on the front porch after that all happened. I was so bummed. And he said, if music isn't any fun, why do it?
Dude.
And that's what your story just
So
kind of
real.
brought that up for me.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not having fun, why do it? And so I've worked harder at just restoring the fun, even in my own life, toward it. And what I appreciate about you, young Meister Dreyer, is that you're fun. And, look in your videos, you're tossing around guitars, you're playing saxophones, you're dancing around, you're yacht rocking all over the place. But it's fun. It's like there's something that's really fun about what you're doing. And even your covers, your videos, of course, everything just has this kind of chill, cool vibe. And I love your mission to help, people get their dance on.
Come on now.
But how are you developing that? I mean, is that something that it's just kind of coming together? Are you intentional about that in everything that you do? That you're like, in other words, are you creating a persona, and how much of that is you?
Sure. It's all fake.
Of
my
course,
gosh, what a facade that I put on. No, I think that I have a strength that's also maybe been a drawback in town. Is like, this is a town, it's a commercial town, and it helps if you do stuff that is, engineered or really made with a focus to appeal to the masses and stuff like that. Perhaps to my own detriment, but to the feeding of my soul, I try not to do that. And I try not to make stuff for the lowest common denominator. I try not to... just the matter of my music being soul, pop, R&B, influenced, heavily influenced by black music and by, Chicago. Like not a lot of people, I think, maybe moving to Nashville, like their favorite band was Chicago,
Yeah.
And so I go, okay, I'm a little bit goofy. I love horns. I love R&B and 70s soul. So why would I make stuff that I don't love, and certainly writing with other artists, I love getting to step into their world and bring what I have,
Love that.
Usually no one brings a guitar idea because they're like, well, you're a guitarist. So, I have to come up with all that in like every session. But I've never shied away from who I am. And if I find myself thinking that way, I have a little bit of emotional checks and balances. I'm like, no. Like we need to keep the music at the center and what actually inspires you. And I'm not interested at all in putting something out that doesn't feel honest to who I am and to what I like to listen to. And I think because I've had that approach, I still have my first single up that I put out in 2017. And not every artist can say that. If, do I listen to it? No, but it's called Step Up. And like, it still sounds like me, but my voice is not as strong in it. And, there's things that I hear in it, but someone the other day was like, that song still rocks. I was like, okay,
that's
cool.
so cool.
That's crazy, and I think it's because I've had this approach of what do I actually enjoy, what feels honest to me. And there is a fairly wide range of sounds that I've put out under myself, but it still sounds like me. And just how that develops is, I think when people make their best art is when they lean on the things that truly inspired them and truly made them want to make music.
Yeah.
And for me, that's
so
like when I put on a song by the Spinners, like I remember why I love music, you know?
Yeah, right.
And so, okay, let's make music that makes me feel that way. And not everybody does that. And then that's how you get this stuff that feels like chasing trends and feeling uninspired or bubble gum or whatever.
And so many artists really lose their passion for it because it becomes the meat grinder and the grist mill, and they just so lose touch with their own soul. And speaking of soul, you are getting the entire Nashville skyline tattooed on your arm, but there's a reason for that, and that is because you have worked for a long time with one of the mission organizations called People Loving Nashville. Why don't you take us a little bit into that ministry and what that's about, and if your music plays into that, or just what that is for you?
Yeah, it's wonderful that it's pretty separate from my music, which I appreciate. But, every now and again, they'll have me sing at something, and I'm happy to do that. But People Loving Nashville was started by these siblings, the Lampas, and they're very ingrained with the music community in
Rachel
Nashville.
Lampa,
Rachel Lampa, Ryan Lampa, Nate, Colleen, Joanna, all them. And it started in Thanksgiving Day of 2008, and they just felt called to make a meal and go out onto the streets of Nashville. They felt like God was telling them, you have to do this every week. And they were like, every month? And then the guy was like, no, every week, Monday. And what is it now? 18 years now, every single Monday. It has not been missed. And I first volunteered there Thanksgiving Day 2018. And so I showed up, and it was the 10-year anniversary, and I had no idea. And instantly just felt this immense calling to, you're going to be doing this. This is, like my heart broke in a way that I had not felt before. I had worked, and I'm still care a lot for cystic fibrosis, and there's some other, like leukemia. There's some other causes that I have personal connections to and that I've worked with in the past. But homelessness was something that I had, coming from Chicago, I'd seen growing up a lot. Every time I went into the city, I saw it, but I never truly, and this is a confession, I never really saw them as people. Never really saw that as a struggle or as something to even have a heart for.
Right.
And so there I was at War Memorial Plaza in 2018, and it just broke me. And that reality of homelessness and people not having a place or shelter, food, community, true family, that just continually breaks me. And so I've been very involved with them to varying degrees over the years, and I'll be going there after this, so it's Monday night. But man, it is such a special organization. Just a quick kind of rundown of what they do is on Mondays, that's the big day. It's like a big block party. There's we give out food, clothes, and then we have people that just go out and chat and invite people. Well, not invite them because we're coming into their space, right? So there's something really that we need to respect about that. Is our friends live out there, and so they trust us to bring our resources, and then we try to provide community and make sure that people are connected to different things. Different organizations have sprouted out of People Loving Nashville. Shower Up provides showers and laundry. There's Nashville Street Barbers. And now Belmont Medical comes and takes care of people medically.
That's so cool.
It's amazing. And then throughout the week, too, they've been slowly working on building out ways to keep people housed once they do get housing. And they started a coffee company, Paradisos, on West End. So anywho, that's the thing. So I keep it in my bio all the time. I've done different fundraisers for People Loving Nashville, but I have this dream, and when the day comes where I can tour my own music, I want to get donations for the next city, and then we go out to an organization in that city. When we arrive, sound check, play the show, collect donations for the next city, things like that. And so that's how I'm trying to tie it into my music, and I keep that dream in the back of my head for when I can hop in the van and actually put together a tour with my band.
So cool. And you're going to do a song for us here.
I'm going to do a song.
That's great. And tell us about the song.
This song, it's called The Box. It's going to be the last track on this new record that just went to master 2 days ago. And on the 10th anniversary of losing one of my best friends back in high school, I had a session. And I showed up, and they were like, hey, what do you guys want to write about today? And, I was scared to share what I wanted to write about. And I didn't even know if I wanted to write about it. I'd written a few songs for Dan over the years, and I cherish those songs. But I was just kind of sitting there, and I said, well, I don't know if this is anything, but 10 years ago I lost one of my close friends, and they were like, drop everything, like talk to us. And there's actually a concept that I learned through People Loving Nashville about trauma, and it's from J.T. Fest's book, Street Culture, and it's about this concept where trauma, if not fully dealt with, is kind of like boxes on a shelf in a warehouse, and people that are on the streets experience so much trauma of various kinds, and a lot of times when you talk to somebody and something triggers it, it's like it's happening back in that very moment, like the box opens up and it hasn't been dealt with, and boom, you start to cry, you feel like it's happening again, that sort of thing. And I think because I lost my friend Dan, I was pretty young, and I really hadn't had a death like that so close to me, like a friend that I would hang out with. I think that trauma was not fully dealt with. And so when I heard about this box theory, dealing with people on the street, I said, oh my gosh, I think this is a way I can write about my grief and trauma for my friend. And so we wrote the song called The Box, and it is the song wrecks me, and I think the track is beautiful that we made. I got to arrange strings, and sounds really, really pretty. I'm a little biased, but no, I really want the song to reach people. We're gonna do a music video for it. But yeah, that's how that song came about, and we'll get to sing it. So
we're looking forward to hearing that. I haven't heard it yet. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
That very moving story, and we do appreciate People Loving Nashville. Woo. And so big shout out
absolutely
to PLN.
PLN.
We'll do that. Yeah, I tell you what. So, well, this has been incredible today. I really enjoyed getting to know you a little bit.
Thank you.
Our new friend,
Likewise.
Jackson Dreyer.
I'll interview you next time. I got all sorts of questions.
That'd be great. Well, this has been very deep and rich for me, and I think we've dropped a lot of value here, but I do have one last question.
Do it.
And I think this might be the deepest, most, heart-rending question of the day. So, if you could bring one quarterback back to Wazoo for a season, would it be John Mateer or Gardner Minshew?
Minshew. I have a mustache. Come on. I already love him. I also have a mustache. He played for the Jaguars, the Jacksonville. I'm Jackson. There's so many connections here. I was Minshew for Halloween one year. Come on.
Oh, gosh.
Great question.
All right.
Great question.
There you go.
Did we talk about Washington State, or did you just find that on my stuff?
You know what? I have my spies. I have my ways.
My dad and uncle played football for Washington State.
Okay. Yeah.
And then my grandfather, Papa, he went there, and cousins went there.
Of course,
so
yeah. How could you
place.
not? I mean, you wound up at Belmont. I mean,
I know. Well, if I hadn't, maybe I would have gone into the cheese making business out at Wazoo.
Yeah. Wow.
Another life.
Well, on that note, Jackson Dreyer, you're going to do a song for us in just a minute. But
absolutely.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, John. Thank you to everybody who puts this on. It's been great.
All right, you guys, Jackson Dreyer, go check out his music, check out Spotify, look for him on Facebook, go to his website, and just interact with his music. It's fun. It's going to brighten your day. You're going to get your boogie on.
Come on
so
now.
Jackson Dreyer going to do a song for us as we close out Song Revolution. See you next time.
It's the box on the shelf I don't let myself touch, 'cause if I open it up, it'll be too much. So the dust keeps building, the shelves get filled in, and the clock hands march to the beat of my heart, never knowing when they'll stop. 'Cause now and then, you pop out of my heart and into my head. I can never blame you, never erase you. Everything changed when you left too soon. Whether it's a song or a red bird flying in the wind, I will always think of you. And I hope you know I hope you know you have a piece of me, and I carry you everywhere I go. So I take it down and it opens up. No, it doesn't get easier every year on this day of this month. And how sweet it is to hurt this much. You were always there, you were always the best of us. I can never blame you, never erase you. Everything changed when you left too soon. Whether it's a song or a red bird flying in the wind, I will always think of you. And I hope you know, I hope you know, you have a piece of me, and I carry you everywhere I go. Oh, if I could go back, Lord knows I would. Oh, but thinking like that does me no good. 'Cause now and then, you pop out of my heart and into my head. I can never blame you, never erase you. Everything changed when you left too soon. Whether it's a song or a red bird flying in the wind, I will always think of you. And I hope you know, I hope you know, you have a piece of me, and I carry you everywhere I go. You have a piece of me, and I carry you everywhere I go.
Hey, thanks for joining us on today's episode. Be sure to check out all the information below in the show notes, and be sure to like and share. We'll see you next time.